Goal setting it's something that you really can't overlook, whether it's in your health and fitness or whether it's in any aspect of your life. It's something that gives us a clear indication of what we want to work towards and where we want to get to. It's something you just can't overlook. It plays such a big part in just getting us from point A to point B. And at the end of the day, when you're setting any goal, that's where you want to get to. You want to get from one point to another. You have your body fat is at one place, you want to get to another place. You want to go from one place in your nutrition habits to another place. Point A in your work life to point B in your work life. So you have to have a goal, you have to have a clear vision of where you want to get to, of where you want to be. But there's a number of areas in goal setting that you need to take a deep dive into and you really need to look at. You can't be vague when it comes to goal setting. You have to have a clear indication of exactly what you want to do. So in today's video, we're going to take a bit of a look at different areas on a few different concepts and just what exactly I feel can help you to get from point A to point B and how to set the right goals that are specific for you and that will purposely help you. So there is a very popular concept out there in the world on the area of goal setting, and it's the acronym SMART. So it stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time. So that's something that you can look at online. I'm not going to delve too deeply on that. We'll kind of look, we won't look at them individually, but it's areas that will be kind of discussed in different topics that I'm going to go over, different areas that I'm going to go over. So a few areas that I really find important that when it comes to looking at goal setting is you need to sit down, and when you're starting off, you need to reflect. You need to look and use that SMART acronym and look and see and reflect on what goals you're setting to yourself and do they tick the 5 boxes of being specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. And can you, with the goals you are setting, can you tick them 5 boxes? Are the goals you are setting, do they work in them 5 areas? So when you are setting goals, firstly, something that you really need to do is you need to sit down and you need to reflect on them. You can't just pull a goal out of thin air because it's not really going to be something that you care enough about, that you're going to put enough work into. You have to sit down and you have to reflect and you have to decide what goals it is that you want to meet and are they goals for yourself. So going into a second point there is you have to be honest with yourself when you are setting goals. You have to sit down, you have to reflect, and you have to be honest with yourself. You have to make sure that the goals you are setting for yourself are goals that you want. They're not based off something that you might see online or something that you see other people doing in the gym or something that you've heard someone saying about you or whatever. You have to base your goals on yourself. We are all different. We're living different lives. We're all at a different point of our careers when it comes to work and business, when it comes to family, relationships, lifestyle, everything. We're all at different points. We're at different lives. We all have different mindsets, different lifestyles. So you have to make sure that every goal you set, you're being honest with yourself and making sure that is your goal. That is the goal that you want for you. That's what you need to focus on. It's not a goal based off, like I said, you've seen something on social media and decided, sure, I'll work towards that. No, that's not your goal. That's someone else's goal that they're working towards. Your goal should be specific to you, and you need to be honest with yourself and understand that that's the goal that you want for yourself. Another area there is when you are reflecting on a goal, it links up to the last point a little bit. You need to be realistic. You have to understand where you are in your life, what your lifestyle is, and make sure that you're realistic with your goal. Make sure you're actually going to be able to work towards that goal. Because the harder you work, the better results you'll get. It's simple. In work, in the gym, in health, in fitness, in nutrition, in everything. The harder you work, the better results you are going to make. So if you are setting your goal, make sure you're realistic that you are going to put the work in to get to that goal. Don't set a goal that is way up there if you're realistically not going to work hard enough to get to that goal. So set yourself a goal that you realistically are going to put the work in for, that you realistically are going to work towards. Not something that you're going to give up after 1 or 2 weeks or after 1 or 2 failures. You're just going to pack it in and give it up. It has to be a goal that is realistic for you, for where you are in your life at the current moment, realistically where you are with your fitness, if you're working in a gym goal or whatever it may be. You have to be realistic to yourself. A fourth area is break the goal down. So any goal basically is that you want to go from point A of where you are now to point B. And getting to point B, that is your goal. That's your end point. That's the goal you want to meet. But that can be a long way off. It can take a good while to get from point A to point B. It will take a while. It will take failures. It will take time where you just feel like giving up. So a good thing that you do is understand that point A from point B, that's your journey. But that's a marathon. That will take a while. So break the goal down. So it's a long-term goal you have, but break that goal down into smaller little goals. That can be, and they can be in relation to the big goals. They don't have to be little goals that are completely off. So like if you have a long-term goal in the gym of strength gain and you want to hit 150 kg squat, for example, and currently you're at an 80 kg squat, well, don't just think about, right, 150 is the end point. What little goals can you put in between? So that's hitting 100 kg, hitting 110, 115, whatever. And that can be, like, you can put that in terms of fat loss goals or lifestyle goals, nutrition goals, whatever it may be. Break your long-term goal down, have little goals in between. And what that will do is when you hit them smaller goals, it will help just keep that positive mindset that what you are doing is the right thing to do. And it will help keep you motivated and focused to just keep on going, keep on working. Another area to look at, so we have 2 more that I'm going to talk about. So the next one is make sure you know how to measure your goals. So if you are going for fat loss, make sure you are going in, when you are starting to work on that goal, make sure you know how you're going to measure it. So for fat loss, for example, are you tracking your weight on the scales? Are you using before and after pictures? How your clothes fit? There's a few different areas there. For strength gain, you understand how you're measuring your strength gain by using your compound lifts, your bench, your squat, your deadlift, or whatever else it may be. You have to understand how to measure your goals, that you're not just going through the motions day in, day out and hoping you're going to get there. That you actually have a clear, measurable targets that you are going to try to hit day in, day out, week in, week out. And then the last one is when you've decided what goal you want to meet and you've understood that this is the right goal that you want for yourself, the last thing you need to do is sit down and put a plan in place. You have the goal where you want to get to. Now you need to understand how you're going to get there. So you know where you want to go, but you have to plan how you're going to get there. So what are you going to do? What changes are you going to make in your lifestyle? What habits are you going to get into daily? What sacrifices are you going to make? How hard are you really going to work to get to that goal you want to get to for yourself? So sit down, think about what goal you really want to get to for yourself. Set it for yourself. Set a time frame of how long it's going to take you to get there, of what little goals you can meet during the way. Make sure it's specific to you and it's the goal that you want for yourself and where you currently are in your life. Put a plan in place, work hard, and you'll get there.